how to print a photo book and how to print this photo book with Blurb. Blurb is a distributor of photo books and it's included into Lightroom Classic. And I've done this photo book, this is the last photo book I've done with Blurb. And it's totally fine for the workflow and it's totally fast to create books like this one. And from the quality, it's also really, really nice. So I can definitely recommend Blurb as an book printing provider. And I will demonstrate, or I will show right now what's Blurb and how you can use it inside Lightroom. So let's go over. Here I have the website opened, that's blurb.com. And inside Blurb you see what's your next chapter. And the cool stuff is you can make different kinds of books. You can also sell your books here directly with Blurb. But Blurb has also some tools to work with and to create. And for this you can go over to Design Tools. I press on this and here you see you have the option with Book Write. This is the Blurb's own bookmaking software. You can use an Adobe InDesign plugin. So if you are using InDesign, you have the plugin here. You can download it. You can use Adobe Lightroom. This is Adobe Lightroom Classic's book panel, and you can create inside Lightroom. Or you have also the option to create a PDF, and from this PDF you can go and print a book. Or there's also an app for your iPhone and your iPad where you can create smaller books like so. So there are plenty of options to go in and work and create your books. As mentioned before, the Book Write and the Adobe Lightroom option, these two options are more or less the ready, set, go option. You just have to bring in your images. With the Adobe InDesign plugin, you get everything you need to know as a plugin for InDesign. But if you don't have InDesign, for example, or you want to create your own book somewhere else, then you have to go with the PDF to book, and there's a specifications calculator. And inside this specifications calculator, you see all the infos you need. So you can go for the size. So for example, standard landscape, like this. You can go in and see all the information you need. And there are the specifications. So if you have a soft cover or a hard cover or an image wrap, I have a dust jacket in this case. And for example, you have 120 pages. You have the standard paper type. You can choose different paper types as well. And you can go for the unit of measurements, then get the measurements. And now you see all the measurements you need for your hardcover with 120 pages. Because if you have more pages, this region of the book gets bigger and so the cover gets bigger. And that's the crucial part you have to consider. And so you have this calculator which will calculate exactly how big everything should be. Right now, in my case, in centimeters. And in addition to this, you have some lines you have to think about. So the red line, if you go with InDesign, this is the bleed. So everything you have outside the page had to be to till the bleed line, because this will cut it away in the process. And what's the final size? That's the trim line. And the trim is, as mentioned, the final size. So every image that goes till the corner or till the full size of the paper must be, as mentioned before, to the red line. So that it's cut it, or that there's enough room for cutting away. And the magenta box in the InDesign preset is the safe text boundary. So I think it's 0.6 centimeters or no 0.25 inch. And that's where the text should be, because if there are some printing issues or cutting issues, you don't want the text to be cutted away. So these are some considerations you have in mind. So if you want to create your PDF on your own, For example, I will demonstrate it in a video with Affinity Publisher. Then you have to dial in all of these page specifications and the cover specifications. So you have two different documents and in the end two different final exported PDFs that you're uploading to Blurb, and these are all the numbers you have to dial in. So as mentioned before, you don't have to do this, but you can do this, and it's not that hard if you know what to dial in into the software. But we will start in the next video with Blurb directly out of Lightroom.